Nicole's getting ready.
And so with the name.
Can you find a spot? Can you find one? Okay. Alright. Now last year we did those quick images on our cards. This year, for your Math Talks today, I'm going to show you some cards, but instead of just taking the picture, I still want you to use that camera in your brain because it is very helpful. This year, I want you guys to build to 10. I heard you guys have been working in math about building things to 10. So I want to see if you can build to 10. I'm going to show you a card, and that's how many I have. And I want to know how many more I need to have 10. So our goal today is to always have 10. Okay? Now, reviewing our hand signals, what you're going to do first when I show you your card is to think. Think, how many more am I going to need to have 10? When you have an answer and you're ready to explain how you figured that answer out, I'm going to show you this. If you get stuck, you can show me this. Once we start sharing our answers, if you agree, you're going to show this. Now, before I show you my card, I want everyone to make sure you don't move. Have a partner who's sitting close to you who you could whisper to without moving.
I'm sitting close to her.
Right here's a partner for you.
Where?
Ava, you join either those two girls back there or these here. Sometimes you have to have two partners and you use both of your ears. Could you two be partners there? Do you have a partner? Oh, right behind. You have a partner right beside you?
We have both partners.
Everybody give your partner a high five and freeze so I make sure everybody has a partner. Freeze a high five. That means you're going to touch hands.
With her too.
It's Madeline.
You two whisper, you two whisper.
Yes.
You whisper with these two girls there, so it'll be a threesome there. Okay, hands down. Are we ready? Okay, let me find my first card. I need 10.
You need 10?
How many more do I need to get 10? Whisper to that whisper partner how many you think you need. Make sure you whisper to your whisper partner. Make sure you whisper to your whisper partner. She needs a whisper partner. Whisper to him. Now I want you to whisper to that same whisper partner. How do you know? How did you figure that out? How did you get to that answer? Raise your hand if you can share with the whole group the strategy that you used to get to your answer.
Counting by twos.
Explain to me how you counted by twos. What did you count?
2, 4.
What were you counting? Were you looking at these boxes?
No.
Were you looking at these boxes?
Yeah.
And so you counted 2, 4, and came up with 4? If anyone else looked at the empty boxes of the 10 frames and counted by twos, show her that you agree. That's what you did. Did anybody have a different strategy to get to their answer?
I just saw 4.
How did you just see 4? Let's listen and see.
Well, I just see it every once in a while.
Okay.
But it happened right when you came up with that, when you put up that pic, when
this
you
card.
put up this card,
Uh-huh.
I saw that there was only 4 missing spaces.
I love how he explained that. Boys, are you listening back there?
Yeah.
He said that he saw it as soon as I put the card up there because he looked at the empty spaces and just saw in his mind that that was 4.
Also, I do it I also saw something else in there. I just know that 6 on a 10 frame leaves 4 spaces up behind.
I love how he explained to us. He's used a 10 frame before. So he saw this 10 frame in his mind, and he knew that there were 10 total spaces, and the ones that were left he knew were 4 without even counting the boxes. Did anybody see something different or figure it out a different way?
When I just saw like 6, I just figured out there was 4 because I counted by 1.
Okay, so we counted 1, 2, 3, 4. Show her you agree if that's how you figured out 4. All right, I do agree that there are 4 more spaces needed to get to 10. Let's see if we can do the next one. Now, remember, before you put your thumbs up to show me you're ready, make sure you're ready to explain what you were thinking to get to that answer.
I'm ready already. Yes, I am. I know I will buy a quarter.
I need 10. How many more do I need? What you know, give me a thumbs up. You don't have to raise your hand because that might interrupt the thinking of your neighbor. I need 10. How many more do I need to make 10? Whisper the number to your neighbor. Just whisper. Now whisper to your neighbor how you figured it out. How did you know? That's how many you would need. You whisper to your neighbor. She says she's stuck, so you need to share with her your answer and teach her how you did it. You're both stuck.
I can tell them.
Up 7. Tell him what you did. Raise your hand if you can tell me how many more we would need to get to 10. I'm going to choose someone sitting all the way down on their bottom so that we're safe and can all learn.
7.
If you agree, show him you agree. He thinks we need 7. How do you know 7 is what we need? How did you figure that out?
I counted by ones and if there's 3 more, it has to be 7.
Oh, so listen to what she said. She said she counted by ones. Were you counting the blank boxes or the dot boxes?
The blank boxes.
Did you start up here in your mind or down here?
Up there.
Up here? Did anybody else start counting the blank boxes up here? If you did, show her. She says she counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If that's what you did, show her you agree. Did anybody else do it a different way? Did anybody else see something different in their head? Way in the back. Can you share with us?
I just knew that the bottom was 5 and 2 more to 5 makes 7.
Did anybody else see it as 5 and 2 more? She knows a lot about tens frames because she's used them before. And she knows that if the whole row is full or the whole row is empty, that whole row is 5. And so she took 5 and 2 more to give her 7. All right, let's look at another. Now this one, I think is going to be so easy for you, especially if you use what we just talked about from that prince frame. Use what you know to help you figure this one out. How many more will I need to make 10? We're still thinking. Girls, we're still thinking. We're not talking yet. We had to give everyone that quiet think time to figure it out on their own first before we share our thoughts. Now, whisper to the person closest to you. Let him whisper. Now whisper to that person how you know. How did you figure that out? Raise your hand if you can share with the whole group what your partner did to figure it out. Not what you did. What your partner just told you. Let's see how good you were listening. What did your partner do to figure this one out? What did your partner do?
Cut it
Can you tell me what your partner did? What did your partner tell you?
He told me that,
Think real hard. Tell me what you did, and next time really concentrate on listening when your partner talks to you, okay? Tell me what you did.
me?
Mm-hmm. Listen, guys. Listen to his strategy. Listen to his strategy.
I first counted those 2 bottoms, and then I counted the first bottom one. Then I counted up.
So you did by 2s? So he's seeing by 2s. He must really be good at building to 2 and counting by 2s. So he counted 2, 4, 6 to get his 6. Did anybody else count by 2s and separate them by 2s? Show him you agree.
Hunter was talking to Parker really quiet when he was talking.
Well, right now I want you to be responsible for yourself and show me what you're supposed to be doing now. Did anybody use a different strategy besides counting by 2s to figure out their answer? What did you do?
I counted 1 on the top, and I counted 5 on the bottom, and I added it up, and it equaled 6.
So she knew that there were 5 total on a row, so she took 5 and then this 1 to get 6. Very smart. Show you agree if you did it that way. Did anybody do it a different way besides counting by 2s or counting 5 and 1 more? How did you do? Listen.
I made on the other 7 one. I figured out it was just 1 more than that one, and then I take away 1.
He used the card before. Did you guys hear that strategy? He knew that before we had just counted that there were 7 blank spots when he saw 3 dots, and now there was just 1 more dot. So all he had to do was take away 1 from our answer from the last card to get 6. Very smart strategy. All right, boys and girls. Today and every day, I want you to be visualizing the math in your head. That means take that picture in your brain like we did in kindergarten and try to see these 10 frames in your mind so that you don't always have to count each box. Sometimes you can count boxes together and you can get to your answer a little bit faster.
That's what I did.
Is it? And I want you to continue to share strategies so that you can learn from each other. And if you listen really good when your partner's explaining to you and you can explain to someone else how they did it, it will help you to learn more during the math. Stand up right where you are. Reach up to the sky as tall as you can.